Aviation-Quest.cc 101, wind 270 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
Aviation-Quest.cc 101, cleared for takeoff 27 left. V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Aviation-Quest.cc Stories from above. The views shared in this podcast are personal and for informational purposes only. They do not reflect any employer or aviation authority, and nothing discussed here should be considered flight training or regulatory guidance. Please always refer to official sources. This episode may also contain product placement. For further information, visit our website Aviation-Quest.cc.
I'm Jürgen Reis, and this is episode 28 of Aviation-Quest.cc, and it's a special episode, and I am happy to be joined today by my very special co-host, airline pilot, and YouTube celebrity here. I have FS Clips with 9.9k subscribers in front of me. Stefan, congratulations.
Hello, Jürgen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Remember when we talked about how I would love to one day have 10,000 subscribers? It's almost there. Huh? It's almost there. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we record this by the end of April. I mean, my shoulders are quite relaxed here for 2026. I think this goal should be achievable. Maybe after this 5 minutes. Why don't you just, I mean, if you are maybe multitasking able and besides a podcast, can handle the mouse and go to FS Clips and click subscribe. Hey, Stefan might have reached his goal before the end of this episode. Could be great, huh?
Yes, that would be amazing. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Yes, nice to see you again, Jürgen. I'm fine. I have one last day off before quite a lot of flying again. But yeah, I'm good. I'm very good.
Yeah, I mean, I think nice to see me again. Yeah, more or less because people hear us, but I think we both on YouTube. I mean, we are an aviation podcast, an audio cast, and I think it should stay this way because, well, we have interestingly enough a YouTube channel that's Aviation-Quest podcast, but there is not the both of us. There is also thanks to FS Clips pilot Stefan. Also today for this episode a very special video in the background of our voices.
Yeah, it's always real world flight. Today we're joining Iberia on an Airbus A320, and we're flying from Madrid in Spain to Porto in Portugal.
Porto. Oh, I have been there for a family holiday in the 90s. Yeah, it's a nice region to enjoy the summer or the fall or whatever. It's a nice, really a nice region.
I only know the airport, so I've never been there. I only know how to take off and land from there. But maybe one day I'll make it there.
I learned diving there. I made my open water diver license there in
Oh,
Portugal. Yeah,
really? Ah,
Algarve. Yeah, it was really. But I mean, before this, it's a very special episode. But I think it shouldn't be that special that we go from high above via stories from above to under the sea. I think this is another. Yeah, let's keep this straightforward. So, but yeah, Porto, as I said, nice airport, nice flight, and today's episode is housekeeping. So we should keep it clean and straightforward. Or what does this mean, Stefan?
Yes, we decided that we've recorded quite a few episodes now, and sometimes people ask questions, and sometimes things develop slightly different to what we thought it would be, and maybe we dedicate one episode to a bit of the background, what's going on, why certain things are the way they are, what's coming up, what we have planned, anything that has changed since episode 1, where we told everyone what our plans were. A bit of an update regarding this podcast.
I mean, one thing's for sure, I think we stayed on our mission. We have aviation stories, lots of them. Real one, not so superficial one. We got, I think, a really broad spectrum, and also the upcoming guests. Yeah, we talk about this later on. Maybe it's quite surprising what, yeah, what guests are, so to say, really willing to give us interviews, and we are grounded and also not promotional. We talked about this yesterday in private talk, Stefan, and I mean the goal is to stay, yeah, to stay a podcast. First and foremost, an audio podcast for entertainment, a little bit of aviation, yeah, background, and yeah, a lots of fun. Let's say it like this, and versatile topics.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a hobby. This is for fun. We don't want it to become how can I put this, a business venture as such. Now, of course, there is some cost that comes with having a podcast, and maybe one day we will find a way to cover those. But for the time being, it's just you and me talking, having guests, and having a great time. And it's gonna be free for everyone to listen to this podcast. And I think we are both agreed it's always gonna be free to listen to this podcast. We don't want to charge people or anything like this. So the concept is still exactly the same as on day one, right?
Exactly. And I mean, we have, as I said, our platforms where the audio format can be found are on our homepage. It's Aviation-Quest.cc. Then we got the YouTube channel, certainly. Then there is Stefan's FS Clips channel. And yeah, we also offer a Discord server, or to be exactly here, Stefan's FS Clips server, or Stefan is running an FS Clips Discord server, and there's a subcategory which is for the podcast.
Yep, exactly. So if you go to if you maybe are subscribed to FS Clips, or even if not, if you go to that channel, beneath pretty much every single video, you will find a link to the Discord channel, and that will take you to both the FS Clips and the Aviation Quest podcast Discord channel.
By the way, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube podcasts. I mean, this is the YouTube channel of our podcast. Then we have Amazon Podcast, Podcast Addict, and Podigy. Those are the main, so to say, main distribution platforms, and you can find them at aviation-quest.cc. And if you want to comment us or leave us a message or invite yourself for an interview or invite a friend of yours, please do so. It's the YouTube channel comment section as well as the Discord server. Then you can write me on my private, so to say, quote unquote, LinkedIn profile. So it's just my name, copy pasted into LinkedIn. I think I'm not too hard to find there, and usually also accept certainly everybody who is knocking on my door. No problem at all. Just connect with me and I connect with you, and we can chat or whatever. You can write me, especially if you want to be a guest at the show. This happened before. And then, yeah, as I said, I think multiple ways to contact us. And certainly there's an email address you can find on the homepage.
Exactly. Yeah, that's we want to keep this very open door podcast. I think we're very. I think we can say we're very approachable. For me, it's mostly the Discord channel where people can contact me. There was even a guy where we organized a meeting. So we met up at an airport. So we are very relaxed about these things. So if you are, I don't know, if you have any questions, any comments, any ideas, then please feel free to contact us.
By the way, all the information I just read out, especially the Discord server, or I mean the main information I just read out, can be found at the end of every teaser of the episodes. So there is, so to say, at the end of the teasers, there is a little bit like an extension of the teaser. It's like a little bit of show note section, and there you find all the links and everything. And yeah, talking of SF clips, there were some new things going on lately. Not only quote unquote A320, you made some experiments here, and I think they were quite successful, Stefan.
Yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with the channel, so I fly the Airbus A320. I've been on Airbus for, I don't know, I need to calculate now. Let's just say a very long time. Uh, even when I started my career as cabin crew, I was 330, 340, 320, and so I'm a Airbus guy. Always been, and until now, always. Well, that's just my thing. That's the aircraft I know. It's the aircraft I fly. And that's how it works. So FS Clips has been more or less, I think we could agree, an Airbus channel. Most of the videos revolve around procedures and technical details, nice little stuff I really like about the Airbus, little details that most people don't notice, where you can see how the engineers really thought about the aircraft and about how it is used. So I was under the impression that this would just be the channel and this would just carry on. But I mean, two things are really cropping up now. The first thing is that I'm going to be honest, I'm running out of ideas. I don't know the exact number of videos.
Deeper dives.
Yes. Well, there comes a point when you start talking about details that nobody is interested in. There's only so deep you can go before it gets a bit boring. And I think I've covered so many topics regarding the Airbus. I still have a to-do list, so I'm not done yet. There's still quite a few episodes that I have planned. But once that list is done, which should be within the next, I don't know, 3-4 months, then I'm basically, I don't know what to do next. And the second thing, I work for a certain large German company with blue tails, and we will receive a whole fleet of 737 MAX. And recently they have told us where these aircraft are going, to which bases, and they are coming to where I am based. And they are going to replace all the Airbuses at my base. So I will have to become a Boeing guy. And then that will, of course, also have an impact on my channel, because in the real world, I will no longer fly the Airbus. I will have to learn a new aircraft, and yeah. So I'm. How can I put this? I have some ideas what to do with the channel, but I'm not 100% sure yet how to do it and what to do exactly. I've already started to spread out a bit. Jürgen, you know this. I've done more and more videos that are not Airbus related, just more general videos about maybe some products that were released on Microsoft Flight Simulator, or just some other videos just regarding flight simulation. They've done really well. I was really surprised. I thought people would just watch Airbus stuff, but actually they seem to be quite happy to even see other things on my channel. So yeah, I don't know. I think by the end of this year, the channel might be quite different to what it is now. And I need to ensure that when this transition happens, that I'm not going to lose too many people, and, do it in a nice, gentle, and cohesive way.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I got some ideas, but I first want to have you in private about this. It's yeah, there could be a chance, but certainly you really, this is strategic. Uh you have to be, yeah, also with the people you have. I mean, there is I think a community, and you have to take care of them.
Exactly, yeah. When I told my community that I'm gonna have to switch to the 737 MAX, a lot of them said, "Yeah, but please keep making Airbus videos. That's
Yeah.
what we're here for." And I get it, I understand, but like I said at the beginning, I'm literally running out of things to talk about when it comes to the Airbus. So maybe having to do a type rating on a brand new aircraft is not a bad idea. And maybe I can switch to the 737 and just do, I don't know, 2 3 years worth of videos about the 737. I don't know. I really don't know yet. I haven't made a decision regarding this. But you are right, Jürgen, what you said at the beginning. The channel has been the same for quite some time. And now, slowly but surely, I have to make some changes. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think you will find a nice way in the middle, or a nice way maybe, yeah, with the 737 and other things around.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. We will see. We will see. I still have some months of work ahead of me with Airbus videos and some products I want to review. So it's not like I'm completely out of ideas right now. I'm good till probably autumn of this year, and then I need to have come up with an idea because then my list is empty. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a good timing. But as I said, everything has to be strategic. And I think there was a strategic question about the guest interviews by only one host, which is normally me, is doing the interviews. Is this correct, Stefan?
Yes. So for those of you who have never listened to any of the interviews, we usually start the podcast. There's always both of us. You will always hear both of us on every podcast. At least that's like an unwritten rule, I guess we can say. I don't know. Maybe one day there will be a podcast with only one of us, but usually there's always both of us in the podcast. But the interviews themselves, which are usually recorded separately, are usually only done with one person. And I think we both agreed that maybe three people might be a bit too much. I think a one-to-one usually works better in an audio podcast. I mean, who knows? I'm not saying it's never going to happen. Maybe one day we decide, let's have
Let's give
three
it a
people.
try. I mean, I also would say never say never,
Yeah.
but in the moment, it's as it looks like now. I mean, still, I'm involved in a lot of coaching in the moment, and I'm also writing normally in the moment, even twice a day. Somehow, this project really soaked me in on my mental coaching syllabus for aviation professionals. I call it this way. It's got by today it got 128 pages. Yeah, this really became, so to say, my new passion in the moment. But I am more flexible time wise, and this is why I am normally conducting the interviews. But yeah, let's see what the future brings. But in the moment, I hope you're happy with this. I give my best. I'm also working on my English, like some of you hopefully might have recognized since episode one. But yeah, it is the podcast, aviation coaching, everything together. It's getting more and more, the aviation is, so to say, more and more soaking me in. I think what is this? A little bit a phenomena in this industry, Stefan?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the club. It's
Yeah, I'm still not in a cockpit, but I feel the gravity. So there is something like I'm gravitating more and more into the big A, which is aviation.
Yeah, but lots of people work in aviation that are not on an aircraft, and everybody I know who's involved in aviation says the same. It's one of the best industries to be in, and for many people, it's not just a job; it's a lifestyle. And if you can live with that lifestyle, if it's something you enjoy, then it's a great profession to be in. So even if this is your entry into the industry, I would say go for it because I think you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, I mean, as I already pointed it out in episode one, I worked with pilots also throughout the last years, but now it became just more and more, yeah, intense for me, and I want to bring this for me personally to the next level. and I currently even started working. That includes supporting pilot candidates in collaboration with a global aviation assessment partner, focusing on performance and mental preparation. The whole thing is really, yeah, it's taking off, pun intended.
Yeah, I
No, it
think,
was really just the other week, Stefan. I told you I was
yeah,
working with an aspiring pilot, and yeah, after an hour of coaching, he was preparing for an exam and crushed it the very next day. I mean, you never know as a coach how much influence you you had in the end, but it was the feeling was just yes, also from my side. So received this voicemail in the evening. It was just I don't know. You feel sometimes when you are yeah, so to say, gravitating in the right direction, and also the way I write in the moment or work in the moment on this mental coaching syllabus. It's really there is some passion going on, and it's a passion I wanna stick to. But maybe we will talk about this in another episode, episode 31. Will be more about me. I mean, I think I leave it at this way. If you're interested in this, just go to the homepage Aviation-Quest.cc, and there's a coaching button in the menu, and the first contact and setup call where you can discuss just your goals, needs, and how I might help you is completely free and without any obligation. So Stefan knows it. I'm no salesperson. At this first setup and call, it takes the long it takes. I don't care. It's on my cost.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we are, I think you and I are both not exactly, how can I put this, money-minded business people.
I only want to work with people I feel there's the same wavelengths going on, and I think this is also, especially when it comes to mental coaching, and this is where I want to get focused on in aviation coaching. I think this is the foundation for a really good cooperation which works.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we talked about this before. Once you want to get into aviation, the hurdles are quite high, and the mental stress you are subjected to is obviously purposely made very high. Interviews can be very uncomfortable. They're not a nice interview like you have quite often when you go for an office job. They purposely make you feel uncomfortable. I remember my first interview with an airline was extremely uncomfortable. That's not because they're nasty people. That's because they want to see how you react. They put you under a huge amount of stress and pressure. And I think being not just, just being mentally prepared for this, have some tools that can help you to calm down, to collect yourself, to collect your thoughts. I think it's very, very important. And I would definitely recommend anyone who's thinking of going into this profession, like cockpit, cabin, etc., to take this into account.
I mean, the assessment preparation is certainly only part of my work, but it's maybe the most important thing, because if you don't even get into a job, this is I think it's one of the main certainly it's one of the main things, but also I mean exam preparation and stuff like this. It's I mean not from the technical side. This is not my thing as a mental coach. I'm myself not an airline pilot, but to bring to the table what's in you. This is often, and I see here so many similarities between, yeah, also elite sports and, the airline, so to say, profession or the aviation profession or the pilot's profession. But as I said, maybe we will cover more of this in podcast 31. And one thing, every Thursday afternoon, 3 p.m., there is, so to say, a condensed little giveaway from my mental coaching syllabus for aviation professionals in LinkedIn ready format. So easy read with a nice picture on my LinkedIn profile. And every Tuesday afternoon, there is the podcast teaser, also not the podcast teaser, the LinkedIn version of the podcast teaser. Let's take it this way, also with a nice picture. as well on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, this is so to say my professional social media outlet for Aviation-Quest.cc. It's Jürgen Reis.
Great stuff. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, I spoke a lot about getting into the industry, but I think most people are aware once you're in the industry, you're still being constantly tested and
Yeah,
put under pressure. So this doesn't go away, I'm afraid. So
no, the testing and the demands, they don't stop, and it's
no,
yeah,
no. I've just had my sim check. We have to have it every 6 months. It's 2 days, 8 hours, nothing but stress and pressure with a guy sitting behind you watching what you're doing. They give you tons and tons of failures and problems to solve with the aircraft. So, you know, even though I've been doing this for quite some time, I still get nervous before every single sim. And I think almost every single colleague I know, um, I don't know how nervous they get, but you can tell we're all a little bit apprehensive before we go into the sim, because obviously, if we don't perform well, it could have some pretty serious consequences in terms of our career. So, yeah, like I said at the beginning, mental fitness is very important, just as important as your knowledge about the subject.
yeah, and I mean, also as a competitive athlete, I competed over 20 years, and this is somehow, yeah, like Stefan said, you always have the challenge, and you have to face it, and you should succeed. And there are things you can really learn, you can train. This is why mental training, and you can make yourself better than you are. But yeah, I think, Stefan, you just spoke before about the aviation industry that offers certainly more than pilot jobs. And this is already where you were building such a great bridge. I now take advantage of, because this is, so to say, please come and yeah, write us. We want to interview you. No matter if you're a pilot, so airline, military, GA, corporate, an engineer from the ATC dispatch, cabin crew, flight simmers, or a flight simmer, or from the aviation media creator industry. Stefan, I think you will agree, all of those and more are invited to Aviation-Quest.cc, because we want to have stories from above. The more, the better.
Yes, absolutely. And we've already had some really cool people that are, non-flying. And some of them were absolutely amazing with amazing stories, parts of the industry you probably usually never think about, backgrounds that were incredibly interesting and inspiring. So, I don't want this, I think we both don't want this to be a pilot podcast. This should be open to anyone and everyone who is working in aviation, or even, like we said before, we're both a bit flight simulator nuts, very enthusiastic. Even if you have something to do with flight simulation, maybe you've worked on the development of some add-ons or things like that. Everybody's welcome. Anyone who loves aviation like we do is more than welcome to tell the story, to give us some insights. As you can tell, this is a very casual podcast. You don't have to prepare or anything. It's not a job interview. We just sit down, we have a chat, we have a laugh, and it's just about talking to interesting people and hearing interesting stories.
But I think without any spoiler alert, we can say we got some really, really interesting and strong conversations already lined up and live on tape, Stefan.
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. I'm amazed about the kind of people that agreed to come on our podcast. You
Just
know,
the day before yesterday, it was for me, it was, it was incredible. I was here in the studio, and I can't believe that this person is speaking to me.
yes,
I,
yes.
I recorded over 850 podcasts, but I had so much respect And no, I will not tell you what it was all about. You will hear it, but it was just I don't know. I was here,
Yeah.
and I was just thinking, this can't be true.
Can we say which episode it's going to be?
Yes, I can tell you. I just a click away from my mental coaching syllabus into the calendar. I can say it's episode 38. 38.
38. So
And
yes,
it will be online at July 26th. So you can leave away this podcast and come back on. Just joking.
no,
Just
no, 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 no.
joking.
The-
No, there are so many, and until then, there is so much going on. There is so much going on. So we have now 28. They are also already in the next. From now on, there are just. I see just one superstar guest after the other.
Yeah, we are super lucky, I think. Like what Jürgen just said about this last podcast he did, the interview he did, I was super surprised that they agreed to come to our
I mean,
podcast.
it took weeks of emails back and forth, but finally we got them,
Yeah,
and it's yeah, as I said, it's podcast 38,
yeah,
and yeah, we have two. I mean, okay, two exceptions. We have 31. This is only with me, and we have 37. This is also the two of us. So those are the two. Let's keep it neutral exceptions, but the other, yeah, they are already pre-recorded, and there is guest.
yeah. And that's what we
Crazy.
wanted. That's all we wanted. The first three episodes were just the two of us babbling along. But we did say, we've always said that at some point people will get bored of us talking. We want to have people on. That was always the aim, that was the goal, and that's the purpose of the podcast. Of course, in between, like today, we might have podcasts where it's just the two of us talking. When there's something to talk about, we feel. But apart from that, I think we really want this to be about other people, people other than us. Let's put it this way.
But I think really subscribing is worth the click. To be a guest is not much of a trouble, so just reach out for us. Email, LinkedIn, the YouTube comment section, or the Discord server, and yeah, be part of it. And I also want to say thank you for the great comments I received personally on my LinkedIn account. It really made me happy, and it's really, yeah, makes me feel like there is a community that's called Aviation Community that are really good people. Stefan already talked about them on his FS Clips channels, but I also feel more and more that this is somehow a community that is far away from the nastiness and the things that are not so nice sometimes in social media. This is why I also decided to stay away from social media. But yeah, with LinkedIn and also now with I don't know, there is something new going on, and I feel it's a lot of good positive energy.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Like you said before, the Discord channel, I mean, it's very small at this moment in time when we record this. We have around 15 members, so it's a very small channel. But the people are really nice. When I go there, we have chats. We talk about aircraft. We share screenshots or pictures, and it's just a really nice place to hang out and to talk about aircraft. So far, it's been really, really nice. Um, of course, we can never guarantee that someone shows up, that's not so nice, but we'll just kick them out and that's it. But you're right. It shows that the internet can be a very nice place if you hang out with the right people. And that's what I really like about the community we have built around our podcast and around our, not just the podcast, but our activities in this industry.
Yeah. By the way, Aviation-Quest-podcast is the, I think, easy to find podcast section. And also there, I usually post the, yeah, so to say, a teaser version and also a direct link to this mental coaching or mental performance LinkedIn article directly into there.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I think what I would like to say toward like we're coming slowly but surely to the end, unless there's other topics you want to touch on, Jürgen. What I would really like to say, you've touched on it before, is a big, big, big thank you. Uh, First of all, to all the people that agreed to be on the podcast. Some of them you haven't heard yet. In fact, most of them you haven't heard yet. We have pre-recorded a lot of interviews way into the future. So this is for the future. Big thank you that you all agreed to be on this podcast. Actually, Jürgen, I need to talk to you. I have another guest lined up now. Spoke to them yesterday. So there's constantly people coming that want to talk to us, and that's just amazing. And also a big thank you to anyone, people on Discord, people on YouTube that send us messages, that have ideas, that tell us about people that we should be talking to. Everything helps, everything is great. And yeah, so anyone who supports us, even if you just click the like button, I mean, that helps. If you're on YouTube, the algorithm will look at that. So if you leave a comment, things like that, anyone who does any of those things, a big, big thank you, because it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, and no need to get envious here. What Stefan is telling me now in private after the conversation, I think you will hear who he might have in mind already in, yeah, maybe in podcast 37, 39, so 40. It's really, yeah, project is going on. It's really,
Yes.
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's going on. Yeah, and thank you being part of it. And from my side, I already say fly high, stay safe, and yeah, enjoy maybe a flight sim session or go to the local airport or whatever.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time. Enjoy already the summer, hopefully when this goes online. And I am looking forward to hearing from you soon.
Yeah, exactly. Just one final note, because you mentioned it. When I spoke to this person yesterday, they wanted to know roughly when this podcast would be available online. And I said, well, to be honest with you, it's probably going to be end of summer. So,
Yeah.
and we are,
August.
yeah,
I can already say August, yeah.
and we are recording this here now in April. So that shows you how many people have already come forward and how many interviews we've already done.
Trusted us with
And
yeah,
that,
precious time.
yes.
Some pressure on us here.
And that's why I'm so grateful. Okay, so yes, let's bring it to an end. Jürgen already said it. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you for your time. A bit of housekeeping just to keep you up to date. And of course, a big thank you to all of you. So next time round, it's going to be back to normal with interviews, interesting people, amazing stories from above. Okay, so thank you for spending some time with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you for listening to Aviation-Quest.cc Stories from Above. For more information about this episode and everything we do, visit our homepage aviation-quest.cc. We appreciate your time and support, and we'd love to have you back for the next episode. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and keep your passion for aviation flying high.